Welcome back, bros, and I'm glad you made it to 2024. Here we are back with another video review, and today we have the opportunity to take a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutating Rocksteady. As for the contents inside of this packaging for the Rocksteady Mutating figure, he comes with 4 accessories, but technically you could say 5. The first accessory we get is the retro Mutagen ooze canister. We also get his sewer spike bomb, and we also get his green getting grenade. And then we have his mutating lunch launcher, which is pretty cool in my opinion, and standard for all of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. We also get the instructions. As for the details, here we are zoomed in to take a closer look at the Mutating Rocksteady figure. And right off the bat, just looking at this figure as a whole, it definitely screams Rocksteady in my opinion. It definitely looks very accurate to what we've received with the original OG Ninja Turtle toy back in the 80s. And then not only that, to the cartoon that we saw in the 80s and the 90s. So yes, this Rocksteady is definitely giving me those classic vibes. And keep in mind, guys, this is a straight reissue of what we received in the 90s, early 80s. So basically, this toy is great in my opinion. The details have not changed that much. It looks good, and I like the way it turned out. Next, here we are to take a look at the articulation on the figure. Now, basically, the figure has pretty much the same articulation as we had with the Turtles, but it might be a little bit more limited due to the transformation of this toy and the way it is made. So basically, let's start off with the head. The head can rotate left and right, as you can see right there. The arm rotates all the way around, which is sort of hindered by the turtle shell right here, so that can happen. The legs don't really move, and I'm a little disappointed, but I guess it's original mold. The boots don't move either. So the only thing that's moving is his thighs to move a little bit in and out to give him more of that crouch, I guess, look or whatever, or basically the regular standing up posture, and that's all you get for Rocksteady. So let's take a look at the accessories that came with the Mutating Rocksteady. So the first accessory that we get is going to be the canister right here, the retro Mutagen right here. It's good. It's just that translucent slime green, I guess. There's no label on it. I would have loved to see a label on it. I feel like back in the day, they might have had labels on them, but for what we get, it's not bad. I still like it. And then we also get his getting green grenade right here. It just clips on onto his thigh, so it's not very hard. Just molded in that red plastic. I would have loved for the plastic have been molded in like a green to represent a grenade. And then the next accessory here, we have this spike ball right here. I'm pretty sure everybody remembers these spike balls in the games when we played them, that they just kept throwing and the turtles would step on them and hurt their toes. And then the final accessory here, guys, we got a little bit of a Munchin lunch launcher. So basically, you know, it's a little bit of transformation. You just pop this down, take this out, and then put this right in here. Let's see. Oh wow, it's a okay, guys. Mine right here is definitely not circular, so it's going to take some time to wedge that in there. So that is a bummer, guys, for this feature, but I'll try to figure out how to get it in off camera so that you'll be able to see him with that feature actually activated. So now it's time for comparisons, and this is one of my favorite parts of all my reviews are the comparisons. So here we have Mutating Rocksteady with all of the other Mutating figures that have already been released in Wave 1 and Wave 2. Here we have Donatello and Michelangelo, who was released in Wave 2. We have Raphael and Leonardo, who was released in Wave 1. And now starting off Wave 3, we have Rocksteady. And then also the one that I have not gotten to is Bebop. So yes, looking at these figures as a group for this subline, I think they look great and the figures turned out well, even though they're actually a reissue and the turtles are missing a little bit of paint on their actual, I guess you could say their wristbands. Next, for comparison, here I have two other versions of Rocksteady that are on my shelf that I wanted to compare with the Mutating version. So here we have the new Mutant Mayhem Rocksteady right here. And then we also have the Playmates Classic Collection Rocksteady that came in a 2-pack. Now, with that being said, the Rocksteady 2-pack looks more realistic than what we are used to seeing in the cartoon. So I like the way that stylized detail is, but that's not necessarily how it is with the 1980s version of the Mutating Rocksteady. When compared to the new movie version, he's more different, I guess you could say. He does still have the same clothing that Rocksteady normally has, but this version right here is the birth of Rocksteady for the Mutating version. And that's basically because, you know, he was a human who was mutated into a rhino foot soldier leader. So here we have it, guys. They look good together, and I can't say much more about it. So let's continue with my last comparison. So here we have in front of you, we have different brands of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle genre toys. Now, let's start it off from left to right. Here we have the NECA Movie 1990 Raphael. We also have the original Playmates 1987 or 86 or 85. I can't remember when they first started coming out, but that's Michelangelo. Here we have the Loyal Subjects, Street Gang, Donatello as a reference. And then we have the Playmates Classic Collection, Bebop. So basically right here, these are some of the figures that I collect in my Ninja Turtle line. And as you see, the Mutating Raphael actually scales not bad with the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which scales terrific in my opinion, because, you know, with him being a human, being mutated into Rhino, I feel like he's a little bit bigger than the Turtles, and it should be in scale. But nevertheless, it still looks good with the old version of the Ninja Turtle figures. And then not only that, it looks pretty good with the Street Gang Turtles too, in my opinion. So guys, let's reverse his retro mutagen ooze right here and throw it on Rocksteady so that we can reconvert him back to his human state of form. So in order to do that, I'm going to show you that now. First, take out the Munchin Luncheon launcher, of course. So basically, you have Rocksteady like this. I'm going to say the easiest part to do first is going to be the hands. Let's go ahead and knock the hands out the way. And you rotate them in so that the beast hands are tucked in the sleeve. And now you have the human hands exposed. So do the same thing for the other arm. This arm on my copy is a little stiff. So as you saw, I had to pull a little bit to get it to come open. But it closes very well. And I like the way that these things snaps into place. This copy, for some reason, doesn't want to close all the way. I don't know why it's doing that. So what you want to do now, take the thighs. I'm going to say take the inner thigh because that's easier with this grenade. And the spike balls is just to pop those down. Once you pop them down, you just fold the weapon in and close the leg back up. It snaps in. It makes a click. Once you got that, that is pretty much done with that. Now turn your attention to the head. With the head, you come in the shoulder blade area and you just pull the pieces open just like this. So you got enough clearance. It looks like the head is like on a swing or whatever. And then once you got the head up, you close it just like this. Make sure it's compressed all the way down, like right here. It's not compressed. And then if you haven't already, please tuck the tail in, because other than that, it makes this figure look a little perverted, and it is a kid's toy, so we don't want to do that. So now that you have that tucked in, now we have the Street Thug Rocksteady right here, transformed into its human state of form. So quickly before I get ready to wrap this review up, I just want to show off some of the details here with the human mode. As you can see, he can still hold his luncheon rocket launcher if you want that. You could turn it back into a lunchbox. Just untuck this piece right here As you see with my copy, it's not a perfect circle, but I figured out a way to get it to work, and now he can carry his lunchbox with him wherever he goes and still mutate and turn into Rocksteady later to take out the turtles if you choose. So now we reached the portion of my video review where I like to do the Yeah Bro figure pickup or pass segment for the figure in which I have just reviewed before you, where I get to share my opinions and my thoughts on this recent pickup in efforts to keep you informed. So in case you see this figure at your local store, you have my opinions in the back of your mind and also your own decision-making process to decide if you would like to pick up this figure or deciding ultimately to pass and it is not for your collection. So yes, guys, if you are just like me and this figure tickles your nostalgia for when you were a child, this is a figure you definitely want to pick up because this figure is a part of the Mutating Ninja Turtle line and is continuing with Wave 3 in present day form. But yes, they scale well with the mutating turtles. They look good. This line is definitely one of my favorites so far of the re-release versions from Playmates, and I'm definitely looking forward to them re-releasing the rest of the figures in this line, like Toka or Raza or April, or I don't know if Shredder was made in this line, but that would be pretty cool if they had one. But yes, this figure, for what it is good. It is a reissue molded figure. I don't really have any issues on my copy. Everything pretty much transforms the way it's supposed to be. The only issue I had, of course, was on the Munchin Lunch launcher, where the tip of the rocket, where it connects to the lunchbox, of course, was warped because of the way the glue was put together for the lunchbox, and the circle wasn't a perfect circle. Other than that, this figure has tons of playability, and also the mutated form of Rocksteady the Rhino, and then also Rocksteady the Thug. So yes, you get a ton of playability in that. Yes, it is limited because these are the older style of toys that we grew up with back in the 80s. Now, it is a nice touch on this figure where you have the open hand for the human hand, able to hold the rocket launcher on the other side, and while Rocksteady's hand is the opposite, where he gets to hold the rocket launcher on his right arm or right hand. Is pretty cool in my opinion, and a cool touch by Playmates. So if you're interested in picking up a copy of this figure, I got my copy from my local Target store where I paid $14.99 plus taxes for this figure. Now, unfortunately, when I went to pick up this figure, this was the only figure available. There was no Bebop waiting there for me. So I am still on the hunt for Bebop, but as soon as I secure that, guys, I will give you the review for Bebop just as I am for Rocksteady right now. So the link will be posted below. Right now, it is not posted on Target's website link, and there's no other store that I know of that will have these for sale. So right now, it is a Target exclusive. As soon as the link is posted, I will insert it into the description, so please check back. But basically, keep checking your local Target stores for the new stock refreshment, which we should have Rocksteady and also Bebop as the two new 2-packs in the Mutating Ninja Turtle line in Target. As always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. By doing these 4 actions, it shows my channel a tremendous amount of support, and not only that, positive feedback as a YouTube content creator. Don't forget, guys, to turn on your notification bell so you can be informed once I've uploaded new content for you to check out at your earliest convenience. And thank you for your support. Thank you once again for spending your time watching my video. And until next time, yeah, bro, I'll see you soon.